Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the 2023 top 10s as we are going to look at my number 4 light heavyweight in the world right now, the former WBC champion Oleksandr Gvodzyk. Now before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So Gvodzyk entered the year not ranked. He was a guy that had retired back in 2019 after losing, after trying to unify belts against Artur Beterbiev, and was actually beating Beterbiev on 2 of the 3 scorecards going into the, I believe it was the 10th round when Beterbiev stopped him. He's also the guy that brutally knocked out Adonis Stevenson and ended Adonis Stevenson's career. And he was a very good fighter, was Gvodzyk. I liked him a lot. And again, he was beating Beterbiev deep into that fight before Beterbiev stopped him. But he decided to go do other things. He decided to retire. And I don't know if it was early this year or late last year that he finally returned. But I know this year he went 3-0 overall. 3-0, and got two knockouts. He didn't fight anybody big. On February 11th, he beat a guy named Jason Obando by a 6-round unanimous decision. Then in May, he took on a guy named Rickards Balakniks, who's kind of like a journeyman stepping stone guy that a lot of guys fight. He stopped him in 6 rounds. And then he followed that up in September, taking on Isaac Rodriguez and scored a 2nd round knockout win. All this was a couple of them took place on Canelo, way deep on Canelo undercards. As he stayed busy trying to get his legs back, trying to get his reign back and everything, and his comfort. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the fact that I was sick at the beginning of the year really affected the light heavyweight top 10s. Officially, Gvodzyk was my number 5 light heavyweight coming into 2024. But because I got sick at the very beginning of the year, I wasn't able to do videos that whole week because I lost my voice. And that affected me being able to get the light heavyweight top 10 out there to you. So the Beterbiev and Callum Smith fight went off on January 13th prior to me being able to do the light heavyweight division and release it. So I'm officially, again, Gvodzyk will be number 5 coming into the year, but because I have to do everything as it's, in real time, I'm letting you know that Gvodzyk has moved up to number 4 following the results of that championship fight. And heading into 2024, I think Gvodzyk's going to lock down a top mandatory spot. And I really think he should focus on Anthony Yarde if he wants a big fight, because both these guys were leading on the scorecards when they got stopped against Beterbiev, which tells me that they deserve another opportunity, because Beterbiev is a wrecking ball. And to be able to even lead him on the scorecards is a big deal. And I really believe, because this is the year of Undisputed and Bivol and Beterbiev are likely going to unify all belts in June, these guys need to move themselves in line for a title shot. And Gvodzyk doesn't have a lot of time in terms of his age. He's 20-1 with 16 knockouts, but he's 36 years old. So he needs to get cracking on it now. He's the WBC's number 4 contender. He's the WBO's number 5 contender. I really believe he can move in line and try to become a mandatory challenger by the end of the year. And he will be viewed as a threat. And Bivol and Beterbiev, especially if Gvodzyk can get an Anthony Yarde in the ring, I think both those guys would look his way, and consider fighting him. So Gvodzyk, that's really all he can do is move in line for a title shot to come in 2025. And I hope he does. I like Gvodzyk a lot. I always have. He was part of that, part of the Lomachenko-Usyk crew from the Ukraine that came in and made a major splash in the sport 5 or 6 years ago. And I was very disappointed after a great performance against Beterbiev and the first loss of his career that he decided to retire. But, you know, hey, he wanted to go try other things, but now he's back, and I think he's still very, very good. Overall, I think he's the number 3 light heavyweight in terms of talent in the world right now, and I think he can do some really good things still and has more to accomplish. So we'll see what he decides to do, you know, and hopefully he can get at least like an Anthony Yard or another solid name in some kind of an eliminator this year to move in line for a world title. So that's it. That's what I got. That is my number 4 light heavyweight in the world right now, at 175 pounds as my 2023 top 10s continue. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.